Let's talk about one of my least favorite Republicans, Cory Booker. Cory Booker is so tone deaf. He is on a book tour right now. I'm not kidding. With John Bon Jovi. I like his music. I don't give a damn. We literally are in a fascist takeover. People are in line at TSA at airports for 5, 6, 7 hours. We're bombing another country, have murdered over 150 girls at a school. Unemployment's going up. We lost 92,000 jobs last month. And Cory Booker is going on a book tour. This is what's wrong with our political system. When you go to Cory Booker's Blue Sky page every day, oh, hi, I'm Cory Booker. We can be better, America. Or he shares some bullshit story about a high school coach in a motivational speech, or look at this 8-year-old athlete. Isn't he motivational? Hi, America. I am Cory Booker. It's crap. It is. Because you've taken over $800,000 from Israel super PACs. I haven't heard a damn thing from Cory Booker about the 80,000 dead people in Palestine, have you, Cory Booker? Not a damn thing from you, because you're getting money. Not just from Israel, but from the companies in the United States that create 20,000 jobs for Americans. They give money to you, so you'll fund Israel so they can murder more innocent Palestinians. But how's that book tour going along? Let's see, Cory Booker is just the symptom of the Democratic Party in general, right? The Democratic Party are absolutely and utterly pathetic. I call them the do-nothing Democrats because they do nothing. My Congressman Swalwell didn't show up for 80 votes at the end of last year. 80 votes. When it came up for the Charlie Kirk bill, to denote August 14th on a day that we're going to remember a white supremacist, white nationalist, racist podcaster. Out of 40,000 dead Americans in that year that died from gun violence, we're going to remember this racist. He didn't even have the balls to show up. Hakeem Jeffries, they call him the leader of the party. That's a joke. He voted yes. The leader of the Democratic Congress, a black man, voted yes on a guy that said if the pilot's black, are they qualified? They called Harris Black Hillary. Said the roaming blacks were committing violence. And Hakeem Jeffries said, yes, I'm going to remember him. How many Democrats right now are still voting for nominees? How many voted for the crypto bill last year? Cory Booker voted for Charles Kushner, a convicted felon, to be the ambassador to France, who just got kicked out because he wasn't showing up to meetings. Twice last year, Democrats voted on the CR. They said, yep, let's pass the CR. They should have let the government shut down. The Republicans have the House, the Senate, and the presidency, and the Supreme Court. And they let him off the hook. Again, they let him off the hook. I'm so sick of this crap. Don't even start me on Fetterman. He is my least favorite Republican. He is an utter pathetic joke. Some dumbass guy with a hoodie that's just trying to be a regular guy. He's upside down 88 points. The Plague has a higher approval rating than that guy. You know what he did before the election? He went down and kissed the ass of Donald Trump. That was after he got elected. Because he wanted to see how we can work together. So, just to be clear, Fetterman, you took your time and you flew down to Florida and you sat down with a rapist, a convicted felon, a man who was best friends with a child molester who caused an insurrection, and you what? You wanted to find common ground? Are you damn mind? The hell is wrong with you? All of you Democrats. What in the hell is wrong with you? Where's your fight? Where's your anger? Like, I'm more pissed off than Democrats are. And see, this is what's wrong with the system itself. Because every time, whether you're on the left or the right, you make a decision, ooh, how will that help my polling numbers? Well, the midterms are coming up. Ooh, I don't give a damn. How about you just do what's right for the people? Why are you funding $3.3 billion, Democrats, to Israel? Why? We can't even afford health care. Israel has universal health care. We are funding another country's health care. Oh, but the elections, Paul, the midterms. What has Israel done for us, Democrats? Just give me one thing. Zero. We're now going to Iran to start a war because of Israel. We went to Iraq because of Israel. They haven't done a damn thing for us. But because they fund you by the millions and millions and millions of dollars, you guys keep putting your heads in the sand and making excuses for genocide. And that's one of the reasons that Harris lost. Now, that's not the only reason she lost. That's not the main reason she lost. It was white supremacy. And too many mediocre white men with small penises just couldn't vote for the black woman because it interfered with their toxic masculinity. But she should have taken a stronger stance on the genocide. She took over $7 million. I call it balls and strikes. Don't shoot the messenger. I call it out on both sides. That's what I do here. I don't do tribalism. Donald Trump took over $200 million. Far more. Because he's a useful idiot for Israel. The Democrats are being bought and paid for by them. And they have no fight, and it needs to stop. It has to stop. They're pathetic. I told my son the other day, I'm like, look at this, son, because this is how I view the Democrats, okay? What happened to George Floyd was awful, okay? The Republicans are actively putting the knee on the neck of democracy, and the Democrats are the three officers watching it happen passively. The Republicans are setting the house on fire, and the Democrats are sitting out in the fire truck going, vote for us in the midterms. There's nothing I can do. And yet somehow, some way, Mitch McConnell was able to rob President Obama of a Supreme Court pick for a full year. When they had the minority, somehow they found a way to wield power. And you rolled over and pushed through the CR twice last year. They're all complicit, people. Go look at the vote for the Charlie Kirk bill. A quarter voted yes, a quarter voted no, a quarter voted no vote, and a quarter voted present. Does that sound like the Democrats are fighting for you? That's why people are pissed at the system. You have one party that is actively destroying democracy, supporting a rapist, and wants white supremacy to be reigning supreme in this country. And you have the goddamn Democrats sitting by, watching it happen because they see it as a political ploy to win in the midterms. Ooh, if we let them burn it to the ground, they're going to have to vote for the Democrats. Yeah, then we'll hold hearings. Maybe we'll open 48,000 more January 6th hearings. Ooh, maybe we'll talk about this one thing 10 years ago. Ooh, we're not going to do anything. Then you got Chuck Schumer. Old-ass dinosaur that should be in Jurassic Park. Well, maybe my Republican colleagues can find common ground. I'm just hoping that one or two of them will turn around. Dumbass. Does it look like they're going to turn around? Did January 6th do it for them? Maybe the felonies, the sexual assault, the rape, not renting to black people, the white supremacy, I don't know, going into teenage girls' locker rooms and watching them naked at 15 years old. But sure, Chuck Schumer, I'm really hoping that at some point they're going to turn around. Ooh, look at me try to be more moderate. It's bullshit. We're being played by both parties, people. The Democrats are not the lesser of two evils. Who's more complicit? The officer that put his knee on the neck or the three officers that stood by and watched it happen? Have a good day.